Okay. Hello, it's Janice from Welcome to Shabbat. I'm here with our special guest, Michelle Allen
Hello.
from Michele Belle Creations.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good.
So it's Wednesday night live with Shabs every Wednesday night. We have a guest come on and we paint together. So today, are you doing a trunk, Michelle?
I ended up bringing this little letter. It had hooks. I just took the hooks off. I thought I could
Okay.
do. I need to
Hi,
go look.
Vicky. Oh, that's nice. So what are you gonna do to it?
Well, I'm gonna paint it, and then I went ahead and got my transfer out too because this is the one you're using, right?
Yes. So we both have our Brocante transfer pads, and we're both gonna do them. I'm doing mine on this trunk. This trunk is really old, very. I have this out because I made this today. Um, for
Ooh.
for you for Ukraine, like the sunflower. And I'm going to write some words on the top. But the reason why I needed to have this done tonight, I'm doing this on the IOD channel tomorrow.
Oh.
So I need to send them a prototype. So they're good. They keep me organized because they like to see the completed project so that
Wow.
she can post it. And then, but now before I leave tonight, I got to make a half a project. You know how when you do a live, you do like a half done, and because they couldn't finish the whole thing. But anyway, that's that story. So, so this trunk is really old. My brother Matthew gave this to me when he was moving, and everything that my brother Matthew has given me has been very, very antique and very, very dirty. So this is, look at that inside. It's so completely rustic and looks like it was on a ship. And so I just painted it white. I have two coats of vintage linen on here. I have no sealer, so I'm just going to put the transfers on and see what happens. Hopefully they'll
I've put
stick.
transfers on without sealer a lot,
I
a lot
do
of
too.
times.
I feel like when I use sealer, when I was in my basement at home, I would seal, and I always felt like I didn't like wait long enough, and they won't
Yeah.
they won't stick if the sealer is not, So I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
I can't deal with that.
your
Huh?
basement was probably damp too.
Yeah. Was
I'm
I in the
trying to
basement?
share it to my page, but it doesn't say that I can share it.
There's nothing here for you to share. How about, let me see, more posts, private chat, settings. Huh. Do you have somebody that can go to here? I'm in like 10 different places and they can share it.
Well, I've got my iPad up here and I'm just was looking to see
So
if
you could go to one of my pages and share it from there. I don't like my lipstick.
so I think
So
I'm in the group maybe.
yeah, the private group. Yeah, go to the either the Creative Playground or the Welcome to Shabalot business page,
Yeah.
and you can share it from there.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. If you're there, please say hi. We're here tonight with Michele Belle of, I don't know, it's pretty. Did you say your father used to call you that?
My aunt, when I
Oh,
was
your aunt. Okay.
yes, my aunt started that when I was born, Shell Bell.
It's really pretty.
And
I like it.
I was born the same year that the Beatles song, Michelle My Belle.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was 1970, so around that
Yeah.
time.
Your baby. So,
That's awesome.
why don't you tell us a little bit, once you get that shared and you get that all settled, tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and what you're doing tonight.
I figured it out. I got it. So,
Good.
um, I started in September of 20,
Okay.
2020. And
Oh.
That's
Now,
when
what do you mean started? Tell me what started means.
that means that I decided to try and make a business out of a hobby.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you've been painting for a long time, right? Or
I think I had picked it back up in April of 2020. I
mm-hmm.
hadn't done it for years and years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I had seen the DIY paint
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 or 3 years before that, and I looked into buying it and was shipping and everything. I was just like, ugh. I didn't feel
It
like
adds
I could
up.
afford
Yeah.
it at the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I never forgot about it. I never forgot about that bohemian blue. That color would just, grab my heart. So, and then I started watching their page. I got some ordered in August, and that's where I seen you for the first time, was on their page.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay.
And then I started following you. So you and Art by Melanie were like the first people I followed.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I'm looking back. Why am I looking back? I don't know why I'm looking back, but I am for some reason. And you know why? Because I'm trying to make short video, trying to find content. So I'm going back to some of my old lives to see if I can shorten them and maybe use something for a reel, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to post a reel every single day on Instagram. And so I'm going back to some of the old ones, and your name popping up and Melanie's name. And back then, I mean, I didn't know who Melanie was or who you were. Like the first time I met, well, we did an interview one time together on my group, on my group page when I
That's
first created that
right.
page. You and Liz, was it Liz Armstrong?
Christy.
Oh, it's Christy.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's like now your names are like so prevalent into my mind. Like it's just back then is like a blur,
Well, you went to Debbie's
Yeah.
for oh my gosh, right after I started watching you, and you were pretty new because it was right around that time too that you posted your year memory of your first piece.
Oh,
And
really? Okay.
you went to Debbie's, and Mara was there, and do you remember?
Oh God, yeah. Mara LaFay was there. Oh, you just said that. Mara LaFay. Oh, you know who else was there? Jane from where's Junketer? No,
I know who you're
Jane.
talking about. Yeah.
And I met her I didn't, but she said she follows Mara around. I remember her saying that to me, but I had no idea who that was. I'm sitting there talking to her, a total stranger. Now I'm like, oh my God, that was Jane.
Yeah. I
It's
know.
pretty big. And and Dion was there.
Yeah.
And you know who else was there? That little boy, Gavin.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, Gavin was
Yes.
there with his mom. And there was a couple of other people that I met, but those were like the Crystal Coral Molina was there.
Oh, yes. It's
I'm
so
just
funny because
remembering that now.
I didn't follow Dion yet. And I
Okay.
kept thinking, who is this person that Debbie keeps mentioning? I need to remember the name that she keeps
Dion.
saying, because I didn't follow Dion until after you and after Melanie, and I was following Debbie.
I wasn't even following Melanie back then. I think I found Melanie because she started on the DIY page a little bit after me.
Yeah.
And so and then I started watching her, and I felt such a connection with her work, and with her demeanor is so relaxing to watch her paint.
Yes.
And she ended up coming out to Rhode Island.
I know. I seen that. That was so cool.
That was cool. Stacy Davis is here. Hello, Stacy. And Facebook user, I apologize. I'm using StreamYard. So
Hi, Stacy.
So I'm sorry, I interrupted you. We're supposed to be talking about you.
Oh. Well,
Hi,
and then
ciao, Bella. Someone is saying, I'm sorry, I don't have their name.
at that point, I just, I got a booth, and I was at that booth for like 8 months, and then I went to another booth because I moved because I started retailing DIY, and then I started carrying Roy Cycled and Paint Pixie and IOD. So, it just kind of started going. And it's so funny because I remember thinking when I started, if I retail this stuff, I've made it.
Yeah, but it was that was
little
the
did I
beginning.
know that that's not
I know.
true.
I was so excited to become a retailer. I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm done. Okay, see, I'm out, but no, and then it just grows and it grows. Now you mentioned that you have Roy cycles.
Yes.
I have some JRV decoupage. I do some JRV retailing. Um, but I like Roy cycles papers. And I mean, there's so many and they're
Yeah.
also beautiful. Hers are really pretty.
And
I like
and
her papers.
she's just a joy, isn't she? Like,
Mhm.
do you watch her? She's just fun
And
and
not very knowledgeable. Like she's
mhm.
confident. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
like that about her. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her a lot, and I use her papers a lot. And on that Saturday, we both did that sellathon on
Oh,
Delooney.
Delooney. Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed as I was holding up my stuff, I was like, wow, almost every single one of these has a paper on it
Oh, yeah.
because I use
Yeah.
them a lot.
I just found out about decoupaging like when I moved to this store, like here. I never did that in my entire life. And so I'm just kind of I don't want to keep saying I'm still learning, but I haven't have a lot of experience with it. But now once you start doing it though, I really want to start doing it a lot. There's so
Yeah.
much you can do with it.
Yes.
So Raw Cycle Papers, go to chelebell.com. Where do you go for
Yeah. MyShellBellCreations.com.
myshellbellcreations.com? So now you're in a booth. We can start working, I guess,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
talk while we're
I'm gonna
working.
put this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Um.
Oh, look at that. Look at all those colors behind
Oh,
you.
yeah. That is a canvas that it's done. I just haven't I haven't moved it to my store yet.
That's a large canvas.
It's a 30 by 40.
The colors are beautiful. Is it a beach bum? Is there a bum?
It is. It's got guitars,
It's a guitar. Okay. I don't have
and
my glasses on.
there's several of them all over
Oh,
it.
oh yeah.
Just kind of abstracty guitars.
That is I didn't have my glasses on. I just saw the shape and so I thought it was the body.
Yeah.
Vicky said Roy Cycle treasures. She really is a pleasure to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will start doing her more. So let's see your piece.
I don't know if you can see what my my little workspace is an absolute disaster.
And you're home now, right? You have
Yes.
a space in your house.
I got home in time, because I wasn't sure I was going to make it, but I did.
Yeah.
It takes me about 30 minutes to get home, and I get off work at 6 Central. The store closes at 6.
Okay, so now tell me, so you're no longer in a vendor booth. You're in a store now. Is it your store?
I have a partner, and
Oh.
she actually leases the space,
Mm-hmm.
and then I work there 3 days a week and put all my stuff in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's a good trade. It's a really good trade, I think.
It is. How many hours are you putting in a week?
Let's see. I do 7 hours 3 times a week there, and
Oh.
then I go in on Saturdays.
Oh, so that's a lot of hours. Yeah.
Maybe 24, and then of course, whatever I'm doing here for
And
the space.
does it have foot traffic? Like, are people coming in and purchasing?
It's not as much. I get some every day,
Oh,
but
good.
not a whole lot yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But I think that
congratulations.
with the weather changing and it's
Mhm.
in a strip mall with a really, really popular restaurant and a dog groomer. It's a small town, so that's like the only dog groomer.
Oh,
And
good.
the only good, nice restaurant. And so it's right there.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah. So
good.
I think it'll really pick up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I didn't know that. I knew that I saw you recently in a store, so I was like, oh, good. I need to ask her. We got Hey Magical Ladies from Facebook user. So I don't know who that is, but I think I might know. Um, Jessica? Is it Jessica from Abracadabra? Is that Jessica?
Oh.
Because she said magical ladies.
Oh yeah.
So this transfer pad, I opened it up for the first time today, and these are selling pretty well. People are loving this pad. And I opened it up yesterday, I guess, whatever. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
thought it was
haven't.
just the birds because everybody loves the birds.
Hmm.
But there's the birds, which are amazing and are going to go on this trunk, I think. But when you flip through all of the images, isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, I don't even know what
It was Jessica.
it
Hey,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
like that.
not
I love
sure
that.
exactly what, because I was going to use this and then I ended up not using it, but it's so pretty. It's
Yeah,
so
the colors
cool.
are they're really muted and light. And I really want to put this. So what I'm trying to do is on the back of this transfer pad, there's a bureau.
I know exactly what you're talking
Who made that
about.
bureau? Do you know?
Yes, I love it.
The name isn't on it. Who made it?
They usually just use the furniture and then, superimpose somehow
Oh, but I'm gonna try to do it like that. So it's just putting them all over randomly, which
yes.
I like that idea. I don't have to think
Yes.
about it. Facebook user, hey girl. Okay, I'm gonna guess. Hey girl, is that Bree? Upcycle by Bree? But she usually says, hey. I'm starting to know people just by how they say hi.
How they say hi. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Janice, do you have a store? Where are you located? Hi, Stacy. I do have a store. I'm located in Rhode Island, and my store is at Hope Artiste Village in Pawtucket. The sisters probably did. Oh, the sisters probably did that. Did you see it though? Look at it. Can you see it? It's it's.
Now,
I think it's perfect for a trunk because it's like
Stacy, you're up there, aren't you? Aren't you up there by Janice
you are.
somewhere?
Where are you, Stacy? I don't recognize Stacy's name.
Stacy usually comes on and watches me when I'm on.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
nice.
she's highfalutin.
She's
She's a
half a lady.
judge.
Oh, upstate New York.
Okay.
So from Rhode Island, um, you're what about, you're far, like 4 hours. Oh, I know who this is, Facebook user. The next one is Liz Armstrong. I feel like I could take a test today and pass. Facebook says, well, oh, wait a minute, that's not her. I visited today. We had fun exploring your store. Liz Armstrong from The Next 100 Years lives in Amherst, Massachusetts, and she and her friend came down today, and we went to
Oh wow.
lunch, and she got to see my store, and it was very nice. And then she went to Savers, where I go thrifting, and I miss you all. Who misses what? See, this is terrible not having the names. I need to I visited space. Well, I was out of all this for almost 2 months. Who is
Uh,
this? I can't guess that. I can't guess that, who that is. Well, I know, I mean, I could guess, but I'm not going to. Greta came on. Hello. Hi, ladies. She said,
Hey,
oh,
Greta.
it's Jeanette. Jeanette from Retro Village Vintage something. Hi, Jeanette. How are you, honey? Gigi. I don't know what's that. All right, so I'm gonna cut out my Eiffel Tower because look, it fits. I didn't think it was gonna fit. That's the first thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna work around the Eiffel Tower.
That is perfect for that trunk too. That's
Yeah,
really gonna
right?
be cool.
Yeah, this is a very old, like I said, it's very old. And when my brother gave it to me, it was completely black and it had it's got some rope, it's got some really like old rope in it and stuff. This is old. So I figured it was time. So these stamps, retro, vintage, Luciero. And so if you guys are probably familiar with how to use these transfers. If not, let me know. But basically you cut them out, you put them on and they stick. Hopefully. And then you wax them and all of that.
You know, today I have a old
Yes.
window from a house, an old vintage window, and I did that Ode to Henry June one, that big one. And that had intimidated me because you know, you have to piece it together. But oh my gosh, I did that. I started after 5 and left by 6, and I had it completely done. And it went on perfectly. It's beautiful.
So you put it on a mirror? I mean, on a window?
Uh-huh.
Into that. So you put it on glass?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to see.
Just one of those old, you know, vintagey looking windows that would have the weights and the.
Yeah.
It was one of those windows.
So it went on really nice and easy.
Yeah.
And you're gonna seal it or not? How do you do that on windows?
I've heard it both ways. I don't know that I will because it seems to be on there really good.
You know what, you guys? I don't even have to cut this. I'm gonna keep these 3 pieces just as it is and put it on so I don't have to.
Oh yeah.
Right? I'm just gonna stick it on like that.
Yeah.
And then that way I won't have to think about it. Much better. We had a beautiful, okay, so Jeanette and I started a flamingo dancer when she was here. And we did the background and we did the outline of her body and we haven't finished it. So Jeanette, yeah, we got to have you. She calls me Janice. She types Jenice. I love it. So yeah, we have to finish that. I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just that I don't know your name. So Facebook user is saying hi, and I'm really sorry that I don't know who you are. But I'm doing it's that whole StreamYard fiasco.
That's really nice though that you can do so many platforms at once.
Well, I do that. Oh, right, because StreamYard, yeah. I like it because I can go live on YouTube. You can't otherwise.
Oh,
You have to have, well, before, I don't know if it's changed, but it used to be that you had to have, oh, it's Jeanette again. It used to be that you had to have like thousands of users subscribers before you could go live.
Oh.
But with StreamYard, I guess they must have worked out a deal or something. Because if you purchase StreamYard, then you can go live on YouTube. Because I only have 300 subscribers. So yeah, that's not a lot.
I think I have 7.
Oh yay! Go to Michelle's
7,
YouTube channel, you guys.
Like 7, not 700, 7.
It'll get bigger. You're making videos,
I don't
right?
really do anything with it, so.
Oh no, you will. It grows.
Yeah. I mean, it'll come. You can only do so much at once.
I know. I mean, now it's the reels. Like, Dion, somebody posted, let's see what you're working on. Everybody's posting beautiful paintings and beautiful bureaus. And I said, reels. I'm working on reels.
Yeah. I mean, I just always record whenever I do anything. Like whenever I'm painting, I just always time lapse.
Yeah. I don't time lapse it because I don't have an iPhone and I don't know whether I even have time lapse. I should probably check.
I bet you do.
Probably, right? What I do is I import it, I download it, and then I export it to like a movie thing, and then I speed it up.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I should check to see if I have that. Do you guys have time lapse on your phones? Let us know if anybody has I have a Droid, like a Galaxy Samsung thing, and I love it. And it has a great camera, but I don't know if it has time lapse.
I mean, I can't imagine it doesn't somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's not a newer feature, you know. This color that I'm using is that dreamsicle. I don't know if you can tell, but it's peach. It's a really pretty peach.
Is that like Daydream Apothecary or something? What is it?
It's a paint pixie.
I don't have her paints yet. I'm a paint pixie retailer too, Michele.
I know, and I am slowly but surely getting some. I love the Meltdown. The liquid wax is amazing.
Okay, I got to get some of that.
Yeah.
So it's a liquid wax, and so you just paint it on, kind of like the Sweet Pickens, this because I have Sweet Pickens too, and they have their top coat, and you just paint it on, and it's done.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's how this is, and it really looks like you've waxed it and buffed it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love waxing because I did a lot of waxing on this piece today. Like a lot, you can tell. There's just so much wax on here.
Sometimes when I buff it, I end up rubbing off.
Yeah, but I like that. Well, no, depends on what.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, for sure.
Someone has a question for you, Michele.
Okay.
Tell me, why is Chele Bella? Tell me your history of your name.
Who? Somebody's asking that?
Yes, and I don't know who it is.
Okay. When I was born, my Aunt Wilma called me Shell Belle. And I think that as I've gotten older, like I made it my email years ago.
Yeah, that's
whenever something would come up, I would put Shell Belle down. And I think you just get nostalgic, you know, in your old age.
Yeah.
And so that's why I did it.
It's very catchy too. Like it works perfect for your business. I mean, it's a great business name.
Just, you know, my cousins and my, you know, it just was, it reminds me of good times, you know.
Oh, good.
And you know, when you go to thrift stores or you go to antique malls and I always see stuff that reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
Different things that remind me of my grandma's house or just that time in my life with, you know, in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you wonder where are they? Because my sister and I shared a bedroom, and back then it wasn't anything amazing because we didn't, you know, we couldn't afford nice thing. You know what I mean? It was just, but it was the kind of bed now that people pick up and they're beautiful. But we used to put our gum on top of the.
Is that what?
Sorry, it just reminded me. We used to put our gum on top of the post.
Yes.
So we went to sleep at night.
I think that must have been a thing.
Yeah, my sister would do it, and yeah, we chomped. We chomped on the gum. Christy's here. Hey, Christy. Christy Sturgis Flynn. Hi, hon.
Christy.
Stacy says, what paint pixie you don't have to use with paint pixie, I'm sorry, you don't have to use a primer over dark to light.
Well, I'm not really going for full coverage here. So, I mean, I could. She does have a chocolate brown primer, which is nice because
Whoa.
when you go to distress, it looks like, brown wood under there. So I think that's really cool. But she has a white primer and a chocolate brown primer.
Do you have to prime more with that paint than you would with chalk paint with DIY paint? You know how
I didn't hear everything you said. I'm sorry.
You know how we have the DIY clay-based paint?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the times we don't have to prime our piece. So with the paint pixie, do you usually prime before?
Not if it's this is real wood. It actually feels and looks like somebody probably made it out of wood. It's good wood, so it's got a lot of tooth and it's rough enough.
So you don't
it's
have
not slick at all, so I don't worry one bit about it not adhering.
Oh wow, you did good. That was a totally different color before. Did you just cover the whole thing already?
Yeah.
I still haven't even had one little
I guess I don't really need this.
I just invested
my stuff
in all
is so full. I have got stuff everywhere.
You have stuff everywhere?
Yes, it's awful.
Vicky said, my daughter-in-law did the gum on the bed too, and so did her mom. And then Jeanette said, it keeps my attention because in Spanish means something. And when I was, everyone keep calling me Chele too. It was her nickname.
Oh.
Jeanette's nickname.
What does it mean in Spanish?
What does it mean in Spanish, Jeanette? Yes, this is an IOD transfer. This is the Brocante transfer. It's beautiful transfer. Like, look at it's got the Paris, it's got beautiful flowers, and it's got that lady that I'm gonna copy that bureau. Like exactly.
It's really got a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And it's this one. It's the one with the birds. And I thought everybody was getting it mostly for the birds because I hadn't really opened it. And it is gorgeous. Oh, you have it. Yay. Is that Christy? That's asking me about the IOD transfer. Look, and I did not seal this. And it's going right on, no problem. But I did paint this months ago. So definitely cured. Almost there. And you have an event coming up too, right?
A what?
An event coming up with Danielle.
Yes. Danielle's Makers and Shakers conference. It's gonna be so cool.
And that's it's in South Carolina. Is it in South Carolina?
Yeah. Spartanburg.
It's in Spartanburg. I want to know.
Well, you've been there.
I have.
Yeah.
Have you been to our store yet?
No.
Oh, you're gonna die.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God. It is Michele is on the board or the role, the people
the committee.
The committee.
The committee, yeah, like I'm gonna be a helper. I'll have a group because she's just going so over and above. She's having everybody that signs up fill out a form about what their biggest design, like what they want to learn the most. And then she's putting everybody in tracks so that they will get
just like a conference that I used to go to for work.
Yes.
We used to go to tracks. We would choose the track that we wanted, and we would go to that track. So that's what I like about Danielle.
Oh my gosh.
And what she does. She's I don't even know what to say. She's a businesswoman, but I mean, we are too, but she's just has so much experience and so much knowledge. And so like that
Yeah.
store she takes care of like 100 vendors. She's got all the vendors, and it's the most beautiful store I've ever seen.
And
It's gorgeous.
she has like video showed me, walked around. I'm in her group where she teaches the business. She's like, I feel like most of us create and we're pretty creative, so she doesn't spend a lot of time on that. She spends a lot of time on how you achieve your goals and how to.
I should join that group.
Oh my gosh, you should. It's so much information. Like the reason she took us around is because she wanted to show us displays.
Oh my God.
And how to display things to sell. And she's just a fountain of knowledge.
She has a bathtub. Did she show you the bathtub?
No.
She's got a clawfoot white porcelain antique bathtub, and it's filled with like green moss or something, and these fake, like people make flowers, and they're coming out of this moss in the bathtub.
That's amazing.
Everybody's like, the thing about it that amazed me is how cohesive it all is, because when I've gone into like antique stores that have like all the vendors and you just go from one to the other, and I don't know, this one, it's because it's not an antique store, it's like a creative, like what we do kind of store, and all of the vendors are kind of the same but different, and every single one that you go to it's beautiful.
Well, she said that she didn't want it to be like these square booths everywhere.
It's not. It's all open.
Yeah. She said she wanted it to be like you have an area.
But
it's not like these little cubbies. It's not all blocked off.
No, it's stunning. Hi, Pam Dudley.
Hey.
Or white girl. It's beautiful there. Oh, Jeanette's telling us, Michele, someone is asking how your shop is going.
It's going well. I think that I'm getting ready to do another workshop. The first workshop went really well.
Good.
It's I'm a little bit intimidated to do certain things, and I just need to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes. And then you'll get more. Every time you do it, you get more and more. You get more and more confident.
And I really wanted to have one every 2 weeks. And my first one was March 3rd. So if I can get 2, I mean, I'm not going to make obviously every 2 weeks, but people that do like the molds, the IOD molds during a workshop and stuff, I feel like I'm not sure I could pull that off.
That's what we're doing, sister. Me and Vicky. This is what we're doing.
I seen that. Your
pots. Vicky put the sunflower mold and the butterfly, and we just used this pot feels light. I felt like when I carried them out of job lot, they were so heavy. It's because it's the clay pot. And we made the little bird houses, and then today Vicky made these little eggs. But I hear you about the molds. I'm going to do it, but I'm a little nervous about doing it.
Well, one of the gals in the IOD site said that she has people make them on a thin mount, and then she moves them over in front of a fan.
I read that. We read the same thing. Who was that?
So I'm thinking, but I don't have, for my personal use, I don't have 2 of any. I have a lot of molds. I have pretty much all of them, but I don't have two.
You're gonna have to stock up, sister.
Yeah, I'm like, so everybody can do it, but nobody can do the same
That's all
one.
right. How many people are you gonna have in your class?
I don't think for something like that I could do more than maybe 6 in
Oh
my
yeah,
space.
that's a good amount.
I mean, the ones that are like, I have some stuff to paint, like wood cutouts. I could do more with that, you know, like 10. But
So you had your first class, so you put it out there, and how did the people find you? How did they find your class?
well, two of the women I knew, and they brought someone with them, and then the others found it on the kind of like what to do, like what's going on. You know, where you can put stuff out and say, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Newton, the town I'm in, has a website and Facebook that, you know, that you can put what's going on in the town.
That's really good though that you got all those people for your first class. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6.
That's excellent. Good for
And
you.
this is what we did. This is the project we did. We did one of these.
Oh yeah.
So
I like
we
that.
painted and put the handles on and decoupaged.
That's a great project.
Yeah. It was fun.
That's
And
really good.
everybody was very creative with what they did.
So everybody did something a little bit. All right, my first one had transfers.
Did it?
And I put out every single transfer I had. And I learned that you do not do that because it's overwhelming for me and it's overwhelming for them. So I learned to just put out not so much. So how many transfers did you put out? Like, how did you handle that?
Well, when people bought their ticket and signed up, I sent them the link to the Roy Cycle papers that I had in stock.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, okay, so if they're looking beforehand, and then I had them all hanging on shutters.
Yeah.
And you know, if they were having a hard time, then I would just kind of ask them, are you looking for farmhouse? Are you looking for?
Oh, so that's, you know what's different? So that's a decoupage paper. So that's just one thing.
Yeah.
I forgot. I got that mixed up with the transfers. The transfers have like 88 billion things going on, and it was completely overwhelming.
Yeah. Now,
but I
Royce
can see the
makes
paper.
papers that have
That's
blocks,
smart.
like project blocks, and 2 people dismantled all the blocks and put pieces and parts from their paper and didn't do like a solid thing. So they were very creative. Yeah.
Did they? I think people now. I wonder if that was a newer feeling for them. Had they been creative before, or they just?
They didn't. They hadn't decoupaged before, so they really did good. They asked me if they could do it, and I was like, sure.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like the creativity comes out because I get so many people who come into my store, and they say, "I'm not an artist."
And they say what?
I'm not an artist. And I'm like, you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be an artist. You know, everybody has creativity in their soul somewhere. And you just have to do something and it'll come out. But it's so funny. And we have everything to start everybody out with because we have the tools if you're not an artist, you know, you don't need to be. You just be creative. Like do decoupaging and stamping and this.
Yeah. I mean, I think about everything that I do is because I've watched other people and, you know, it gets your, you know, we just follow and watch the right people, you know?
Yes. You know, it's funny, Michelle, because I don't have anything in my home anymore. Not one paintbrush. Remember what a
Same.
disaster my house was when I was doing it out of my house. So when I'm home and I see people, I get that feeling in my stomach, like I need to create something. It's only like
Yes.
one day, and like my day off, I'll be sitting there and somebody's painting that, and somebody's doing this, and it's like, oh, I said to Randy, I think it was last night or the night before. I said to Randy, I gotta bring some stuff. Oh, you know what? You do an art journal every morning, don't you?
No, I mean not consistently. I do it in the evenings,
Oh, you
and
do it in the evening.
I found this little desk at the Goodwill for $2.99, and it adjusts and everything. It's just the perfect size. And so in the evenings with my husband, he this sounds terrible. I'm going to tell on him, but he usually falls asleep watching TV.
Oh my God, Randy's asleep when I get home from here. Like, he's asleep. That's okay. He gets up early, so
Yeah.
it's
So I sit there and do it there. And I think because what happens to me, I'm still adjusting. Like today, I really wanted some decoupage paper, and I have a brand new one at the store, but I know I have the majority of that same paper here in my stash. So I'm not going to open the brand new one. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
I want to get more stuff there and only have like my pens
I
and
gotta have something. I get, but you know what? I end up doing. Like the social media is really creative nowadays too, because
yes.
now we're creating the shorts and uh the reels and stuff. So I end up sitting on my phone and just kind of creating reels. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, I have all these comments I'm not keeping up. Don't be nervous, sister. That's for you, Liz. I mean, what's your name, Michelle? Gail Lopez Lamucci is here. Oh, Robert Gloria. Hey, Robert Gloria. Oh, everybody's saying their names. How nice. Christy Sturgis Flynn, Tammy Weber. My goodness gracious. Where is everyone tonight? Everyone is here. Delisa Dixon. Delisa, when is
Hey.
your live? Because you have a live coming on tonight. Kelly Richard, are you guys here? Oh no, they're not here. You know what they're doing? They're tagging people. Those people aren't really here, right?
Oh.
Kanice
I was,
Angelici, well, Kanice, Patience Smith, Lynn Lewis, Pam Dudley. Where is everyone tonight? I don't know. Beth Leonard, Nancy. Oh my goodness, somebody is going nuts with the names. Oh, Michelle, Little Rapalogo. I love saying her
oh.
name. Hi, Michelle. She says hello, ladies. You're
Hi.
tagging them. Is that Robert tagging them?
I was
He's
just
so
gonna
good.
say
What
it
would we do
sounds like
without
him.
Robert? Michelle, how are you? You guys have a hi. Oh, Nancy is here. Nancy Levia. Hello, Nancy. No, Leva. Nancy Leva. Hi, Nancy. Nancy is coming on live in a couple of Wednesdays. She'll be here.
Awesome.
She says, sorry, I was at Home Depot buying stuff for my mixed media piece. Ooh,
Fun.
interesting. I want to see what it is. Oh, Nancy and I already decided what we're going to do together when we paint. We're going to do canvas. I'm trying to share people. Oh, thank you, Pam. So we were talking about when is the, actually, I have a question for you. I said in my intro that we were gonna, my transfer is falling off, so I'm just trying to hold it up. We were gonna talk about, I forgot what I wrote, but something about how our lives have changed, how it affects our lives, this creativity. Because both of us just basically started at the exact same time, which is weird. And you're doing really well. You've really upped your game. I've noticed.
Oh.
In the past, what, I don't know, don't ask me how long, but from when I first met you to like a year, maybe a year ago, you you really been like killing it. Like
Well, I
beautiful
did
things.
Empowered by Design.
I'm in that right now.
Yeah, and I think that there was a class in between, maybe, or maybe you were in the class right after me. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But so I just I did that, and that, of course, that changes how you look at things, you know.
I I have another question for you. So,
But
did you do all the work? Like, did you stay on top of it? And
I did it first, but then
yeah,
I got to the point where I didn't as much. But okay, so you were talking on your live yesterday
about life.
about stepping into stuff before thinking it all the way through.
Yes.
And so I was thinking about that, and I think this is what I think. As far as how things have changed is I've definitely learned more about myself. I know myself better.
Do you do you feel more confident? You feel more confident in your skin? Do
Oh
you think,
yeah, I've
me
embraced
too.
everything about myself that I thought was
Crazy.
different or weird or whatever. You
I'm just
know,
kidding, crazy. I
but
know.
I
Yes,
think
thank
that we
God.
see people doing certain things and it seems like it's a format or it is a 1 2 3 plan, and that, but it doesn't have to. What I realized, that doesn't have to be my plan just because it's my mentor's plan or someone I look up
Yeah.
to.
Yes, of course.
I don't have to do what they're doing. I can still admire them and
You, I think that that's very smart because you can't do what they're doing. And you
no.
can never do what another be the same.
Mhm.
And especially because we're exposed to so much of what people are doing, it's impossible. So you have to just focus on what you're doing
Yes.
and just forget about all that because you can go crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, I see people doing things that I don't feel like they're comfortable doing. And you
Just
can
to do
tell
what
they're
works
not
for
comfortable
you.
doing it. And
Yeah,
in my mind, I'm thinking they're doing, because I thought about doing them too. And I was like, I should be doing this. And and I finally realized why? Why should I? So I
right.
don't
Yeah,
put that pressure on myself anymore. And
good.
I just try and do the next thing,
Yeah,
whatever that is.
I do have to say because I tend to be pretty open
Mhm.
on my with everybody, and I'm open with everybody because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like our community, we're pretty similar. But this is really bad what I'm gonna say. This is really bad. And I'm gonna say it out loud because once I say it, I'm gonna feel better. I get very jealous.
I
I
think,
do.
but
I'm like, oh God, this one, oh wow, because there's
I
so
think
much
that,
going on. And I'm like, oh my God, this person's doing that and that, and there's so much. And I just have to stop, like,
yeah.
stop looking. And just like you said, focus on yourself and what you're doing. Because
See, I don't think that that's really jealousy. I think that that
I hope
is,
not, because I don't feel right about feeling jealous.
I know what you're talking about, but I think it makes you feel like you should be somewhere
Yes,
rather than where you're at. And all that's doing is taking your attention, because if you're thinking that I should be doing that, all that means is that you're not paying attention to your own yard, you know?
And that's not our path. Our path, we have our
Right.
own path, and they could be looking at us saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Kim
Yeah.
Sprato, Kim Sprato, catch you on the replay family night. Have a great night, Kim. Don't think it's jealousy either. Good, Michelle. Janice, you don't have a mean bone. Well, yeah,
No.
well.
Janice, the reason that I started following you, you were, like I say, you were one of the first ones I followed. And, you know, I'll tell you what live that when I very first saw you, I can remember the live that you were doing in the project you were working on.
Oh, really?
You had like a secretary and you were painting it apothecary, I remember, and you were using air dry clay and the yours truly, what's the name of the stamp?
The yours yeah, I know what one you're talking about. Yeah,
Yes.
it's right over there. It still haven't sold it. It's been like 3 years.
It was beautiful. I loved it. And I remember realizing that I needed to get apothecary color too, you know.
Apothecary, I have to get away from it because I'm looking almost every piece of painted furniture in front of my face right now is apothecary. But it's apothecary with, you know, some blues in it, but apothecary always has to be there.
Yeah, I think of
Love
it
it.
as your color. I really do. I think of it as your signature color.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I do.
He's trying to get me away from it.
Yeah,
I think we all feel that at some point, Pam said. And I think that's why I say these things out loud, because it's better to get it out. It's like my therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Pam, I'm going to get you on. I want to say something, Michele. We learn the ABCs of business and then detail it to your comfort zone. Do what works for you. So what's really good about EBD is this transfer, I'm like scratching it and holding it together. It's like I have a little baby in a car seat. I'm like holding the child in the car seat. What's really good about EBD is when you join EBD, you have access to the content forever. So if we can't catch up, stay with it during the time, we can still go back. And because I just have that in my head, well, I got to go back, and there's a couple I really want to do, and I just couldn't do them on the schedule, but I know that I can at any other time.
Yes. And I think that for me, the branding is really, it's confusing to me.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's so important. But I do find it confusing. It's very conceptual. And I do better with somebody saying, you know, here's the facts. And then even if I research it on my own, but I mean, the closest I've come to really understanding it is the brand story by what's his name? That book. It's a really good book. Danielle Kaminsky is actually going over that book in our group.
Oh, really? That's the best way from, like, when you said you were reading a book, I know there's so many books out there, but if I sit down and read a book, I won't be able to think unless it's like fiction and it's a story. But if it's something like that, like I could never read I've tried to read like self-help books, and I can't.
Well, I have to do it with a notebook. What I do is I have the book and I have a notebook. And then on the left margin of the notebook, I usually come up with, like, I'll have a question mark if it's something I'm questioning. I'll have, you know, an asterisk, or I'll put like a B if it's, you know, whatever, that I'll know what it means. And then I'll make a note of the page and maybe a few words or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps me focus.
It's like you're studying.
I don't focus well either.
Yeah, no. It's like you're studying, because if I'm just reading, my mind's gonna go.
Yeah, I may not ever look at those notes again, and I would say 75% or more of the time I don't. But the fact that I've written it,
you can retain it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have so many notebooks. I have a bookshelf full of notebooks
Oh, see, that's good.
that I've journaled or written stuff or whatever.
I should do more of that. I really want to go back and do some of the I don't know what the word is, homework from that class, because I know that it'll help. But yeah, the other thing about EBD, I'm just letting you guys know if anybody's interested, but you get a phone call. You talk on the phone with Dion Woods for an hour once a month, and that's worth every single penny.
And let me just tell you, I feel myself getting emotional.
I know, I was just gonna say, wow.
But let me just tell you that I think I was done in July, so 8 months ago, and Dion will message me and ask me how I'm doing or make a comment on. So you get that phone call once a month, but she has a mind like a steel trap. I don't know how she remembers the things that she remembers, and she will check on if I haven't posted or like, hey, how are you doing? I haven't
Wow.
seen. I mean, so here it is,
So
all these months later, and she still is. She so genuinely cares
yeah, yeah,
about people. You know.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's very obvious. Like the phone calls blow me away because I mean, I know
So
she's been on
intuitive.
30 phone calls and she's painted 5 dressers and she's done heart talk and then she's on the phone and she's right there. Like, I'm like, I don't know how she keeps it straight. She knows who you are on the phone. She's so tuned into you. Well, it's not the phone. We're doing the video messaging.
Yeah.
And it's truly a gift. It's a gift that she has, and
Yes.
we're very fortunate to have her.
I think so. I think so too. Yeah, I mean, even when I couldn't explain myself what I was thinking, she would be able to put it
Oh
in
my God,
words.
Dion Woods is here. No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dion Woods, you didn't hear us talking about you, were you? Oh my
What?
God.
Oh my gosh, she's
No.
on
I can't wait for my phone call. I have one more. I'm going to make it a good one.
here. Her ears must have been burning.
Oh my God, how are you? She's crying. You're all making me cry. Well,
I
Dion,
know.
I
That's
mean,
what I said. I'm gonna get
it's,
emotional even talking about it. I gotta stop because I'm not
yeah,
gonna do that.
yeah, it's a gift, and we're so fortunate to have you. Oh my God, why aren't you like painting a bureau or something? I'm like, you work so hard. I just can't even.
Yeah.
I can't finish one piece of furniture. I need to learn to finish.
I was thinking of all the stuff that Dion has added so much stuff since I was in Empowered by Design. You know what I mean? So she's doing more, way more than she was just 6 months ago.
Oh,
And she's still,
Paint Talk live tonight.
oh yeah.
See, I miss Paint Talk because it's 9:07 Eastern now, so I think it's 9:30 when Paint Talk goes on, and I'm usually sleeping. Hello, Facebook user. I'm sorry. Have a good Paint Talk, Dion. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on. That's like big time.
Well, at least you got to your transfer. Although I really like this combo. Can you see the peach and the blue? I don't think
And now
probably.
what blue did you use? Is it
It's called
Bolo?
sugared glass.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
So it's like a peach and a blue. But I think with the stuff that's available on this transfer, those birds that have the blue breasts.
Yes, I love them.
Yeah, that's what
Dion
I'm
said,
thinking.
I had my day of calls today and wanted to say hello to you both. I love you. I hope I wasn't scheduled for a call today because I'm not putting things in my calendar. Nancy, okay, ladies, gotta run. Okay, Nancy, love you. Thank you so much for being here. Well, we're over an hour, so I
Okay.
got one thing on, but at least it started. It was nice to get to watch you both for a little bit. You both are rock stars. So are you, Nancy. I can't wait for you to paint with you. Can't wait. Um, so what do you say? We going? We leaving? Okay. I guess we say goodbye now.
Yeah. This was really fun, Janice.
It went by so
I
fast.
appreciate you having me on so much. It was great.
Oh my God, anytime. And if you want to come on again, because I'm doing this every Wednesday night for the rest of the year, maybe for the rest of my life. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anytime you
you'll
want
have
to
to
come on
come
again.
on Tuesday on mine.
Okay.
On Muse Day Tuesday.
Yes, I will, because Tuesdays is my free day here. And like free meaning it's kind of a free day for me. So
Oh,
that's actually a really good day for me.
okay.
Michelle is on your other page. Catherine Bosch Prince Horn.
Yes. Hey.
She's
Hi.
here. Sorry she's late.
That's okay, Kathy.
Vicky said, nice meeting you, Michelle. Somebody is back doing a coral reef in my room. Oh, that's Jeanette. Jeanette's doing a whole mural of the coral
Oh.
reef in her room for her dad who passed recently. So,
Oh.
all right, guys, I guess I'll say good night and thank you, Michelle, so much.
Thank
And
you.
thanks to all of you guys for being here. You're quite the drawer, sister.
You better come in September to Spartanburg,
Oh,
Jana,
I know.
that we can meet.
I really want to. I know we need to get to a retreat together, and
I know.
Spartanburg's not that far, so I'm gonna try. All
Okay.
right, guys. Good night, everybody. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye,
Bye.
Michelle. Thank you.